So I built a live to-do tracker that runs entirely on Claude. And it syncs to every system that I actually store data in during my day-to-day work job. Not just Microsoft, also my CRM tool or project management software. And most importantly, I can add to this to-do list from any Claude chat. The second I leave a Claude chat and I want to pick it back up later, I say /to-do, and I invoke that to-do list add skill, and it adds right to my to-do list. Here's what that looks like. If I open up my productivity dashboard, I'll select the Tasks MD. And just like that, we're going to load into my filled out dashboard with all sorts of stuff. So we have active, needs reply, waiting on, someday, and done. We have different views between board, list, calendar view, etc. And the important thing here is this is much better than just a static, let's say, Microsoft to-do list here. Microsoft To-Do is great. You can come in here and add, whatever your task is that you want to do, but it's super static and it just relies on you to kind of come in here and update. It doesn't sync with any applications outside of the Microsoft stack. So in today's video, we're really going to cover a different way that you can approach a sort of to-do list at work, connect to your systems, and have a more immersive experience for a productivity to-do list. So how are we actually going to do this in Claude? So first things first, let's get to Claude. And let's go into your settings and go to plugins. Plugins, browse. And here we're going to click into Anthropic and look at their out-of-the-box Anthropic plugins they have published. So a plugin is just a bundle of skills essentially. And of note, we're going to click into productivity here. And this is going to give us all out-of-the-box productivity skills. So here you can see the productivity skill is manage tasks, plan your day, build up memory of important context about the work you do. Most importantly, syncs with your calendar, email, and chat to keep everything organized and on track. So all this is going to do when we click install here or add plugin is it's going to install these skills into your environment. And it's really not rocket science here. Once we do this and we use the start skill and then the task management, this whole dashboard that I just showed you really takes care of itself. The rest of the video from here on out is going to be just getting acclimated with that and then making it your own and customizing it. So to get this started, create a new cowork chat and let's just do start. That's going to initialize the start skill in the productivity package. Essentially, it's going to bring in the dashboard template, the required memory, Claude.md, task.md files, and all of its specific structure for that task dashboard into your cowork session so that you can build that dashboard with your own data. So as you can see, it's reading the task management skill. It's bringing in all this information from the template file that's housed in the start skill. And just like that, you've got that dashboard already built. If I click download and open, you'll see it pops up in this new window here is blank. This was the one I just showed you in my demo. And it's asking you to select your task MD. Jumping back into the cowork chat, now you'll see it's asking some initial setup questions. So what do you want this to sync with for your to-dos? Zoho Projects, my project management software. Outlook, of course, sure. A file on my laptop, I'll check it, sure, okay. Or you could just say something else. I'll click next. How deep should the initial memory go? We'll just go task list only for now. So now it's going to go into all of my connectors, so project software, Outlook, etc., and build a dashboard with my data, and in your case, whatever specific data you have. If you see a pop-up, just click allow. That's just Claude asking if it can use this workspace to create files, which you're going to need for your task MD file. So essentially what's going on right now as we speak, Claude, if I jump back to the browser, is building my task MD file that is going to populate this file, this dashboard HTML, so that it looks like this. In this dashboard, there's a few things you can do. So we could drag and drop to change phases and save changes, which would update your task MD file. You can click to change the priority from no priority to prioritized. You can add net new tasks. You can change due dates, all sorts of kind of stuff that you would expect out of a traditional task engine. But the cool thing here is that it just connects to all of your tools. Jumping back to Claude, we can see that it's asking me what my title is. So I'm just going to opt for Director of Delivery. Some organizational skills for what our narrative is. I'll just correct some of these real quick. So here's the quick rundown of the architecture on the back end of how this actually comes to life. So every task you see in this dashboard behind lives in our task MD markdown file. And the dashboard itself is nothing more than a web page that opens that file, reads it, and writes straight back to it when you make updates. There's no database behind this, there's no server, it's all local. It's one file that holds the whole source of truth here, and one browser tab that's able to look at it and change it. And that's exactly why when you make changes here, it'll update and write back to this tasks MD. As you can see, I made a change a few minutes ago and we can see that it was updated at 4:58. Again, those edits can be made by dragging and dropping a card, renaming something, anything that requires a write update. Just to dig in to see what that markdown file actually looks like, we can click into the tasks. It'll open up on my other monitor, and you can see all of the active, needs reply, waiting on someday, done tasks, all formatted in here. You can see it starts with the name, due date, details, all sorts of good stuff in here that essentially just populates into our actual file itself here. Some other beneficial things to look at is maybe your Claude file to show what Claude knows about you in the sense of this project. You can read through that. It's just kind of is going to give me some stuff that I already know in here about me. Of note, I had this randomize all of my data in here so that I don't unintentionally leak any client information. But essentially, it'll show you everything that it knows, abbreviations that you use, just really anything that Claude needs to understand the way that you work, what systems it should pull from, what type of information lives in what system, all of those good things. If I drill into memory, this is where Claude stores decisions that I made or corrections or updates that I told it. So things like people, projects, or let's say clients, companies, rosters of people that I interact with. All of these things can be stored in here, and Claude references them whenever it has questions. It'll jump back to say, hey, is this an abbreviation for, let's say, Google or Alphabet? Do these mean the same thing? Or projects, what sort of projects are going on at Solera? What abbreviations mean what for what project? So that's really how these files all fan out to then build the dashboard backing data set. So, but now yours is probably complete. So go ahead and click Select Tasks MD, and you're gonna wanna navigate to wherever your Task MD co-work folder is. So that could be directly opened from your location here if you wanna open up your folder location in co-work. I'm gonna navigate to my demo task MD and just go ahead and select that. And as soon as you select that, you'll note that it auto-populates in here with all the data that you need. You can see a list view, a board view, and as you can note, I customized mine to an extent because I wanted different views like calendar, stats, and if you wanna take it a step further, you have Claude directly do that in this chat. You don't need to overthink how this can be done. You can literally say, hey, I want a more traditional calendar view on my dashboard. Also, I see you pulled in many unresponded emails. Don't do that. Ignore emails unless they are marked as important. Because you don't respond to every email, you don't want to clog your to-do list with that sort of thing. So there's ways to customize that you can do, and it really is up to your will to reflect it in the way that you want to view your to-do list. That's the beauty in Claude. Now remember when I said that I can add a task to any dashboard based on the to-do list skill I talked about? So it's as simple as creating a custom skill for yourself personally. So I came in here and told it, hey, help me architect the best way to have the ability from within Claude to add items to the to-do list, whether that be a skill, which I would presume, or something else like that I could invoke in any activity or any chat to add something to my to-do list. Claude is so versatile, you can give it something super vague like that, and it'll come back with the best way to take on something. So you can see, it thought about stuff for a few minutes, it did this, and that. What did it do? It outputted a skill that I was able to save directly in this response right here. And boom, I was able to invoke respond to Scott B or /to-do, and boom, new task created. So while that was working, I just came down here and did the same thing. So /to-do, and I added a task for the script that's due today. I can jump back into my dashboard and see down here if I scroll down to my active tasks, follow up on Or's and AI script is added in here, and it's part of my to-do list. So in theory, any Claude chat that you're achieving work, Claude code, co-work that you're doing stuff in, If you don't want to lose track of your maybe to-do items, or Claude MD has your open items.md, let's say you're in a Claude code session, you can say, hey, to-do list, add my Claude open items to my actual productivity dashboard, and we'll circle back to them. Okay, so 3 things to take away from this, even if you never build this version yourself or customize it. Markdown as the database here means that you're never locked into anything really. So that markdown file that powers the task dashboard here, it's super low impact, non-intrusive. It's just like having like a text or Excel file that backs this one-off dashboard. Second, ask Claude to prove its own work, not just demo it. For example, when I just created that to-do list, create the to-do list skill, test it, give it feedback. This stuff is all customizable. Claude's great at taking your feedback. And third, treat its first draft with you as a draft in itself, not a finished artifact. Don't be nervous to customize it, make it your own. Make it feel like something that you actually want to talk to and interact with every day. Otherwise, you'll never use it. Everything you just watched took multiple rounds of me telling it what to do, stop, you did that wrong, don't pull from open emails that I didn't respond to, etc. So make sure you customize it, make it what you really want it to be. And that's just really what building and iterating looks like with Claude. Super easy, super quick. So with that, thanks for watching Orders in AI. If you're finding this channel helpful and some of these build along series useful, then subscribe. It goes a long way. Thanks for watching. See you next time.